Sheyifte Es Yisrael Mikol Havaynesav. Everybody's busy, and I want to thank you all for taking out the time to spend a few minutes. It's not going to be a long presentation, just a few minutes to see what you can do to help save a soul. If you're on this group, you know what I do. I help people really in the last stages that have nowhere to go, and I try to help them, and I'm there for them, Baruch Hashem, 24/7. And Baruch Hashem, our success is off the charts. I never dreamed of the success that we could have, and really that would have been enough. I help people for free. I don't charge, and that would have been enough. But I realized about 5 years ago that people are struggling, and in addition to struggling, it costs so much money to save a struggling soul. Whether they're struggling, they're all struggling spiritually, which it costs money to help. And then on top of that, emotionally, psychologically, psychiatrically, as you all know, and we'll be hearing some testimonies, it's just so painful. And for us in this day and age, when there's so many beautiful Balei Tzedakah and so many beautiful organizations, for us, on the other hand, we have these tremendous koil and growth and Torah. And on the other hand, at the bottom, we have people who are burying their kids. And there's no excuse that we should not do everything we can for Klal Yisrael, for the parents, for the children, for the families, to help save lives. And money really helps. So I'm running this hospital here. It's a quiet day right now. It's about to get very busy when I have my worldwide Zoom and groups throughout the week and people coming in from all over. And I try to help whoever I can. I don't know if you could see over here, if any of you have been here to the crisis center, but we fill up sometimes with 40, 50, 60, 70, up to 100 people in the room. And the cases that I take are all done properly. I have a very kosher and erlicha system. I don't take anybody unless they have das Torah behind them, who writes a letter that they know what I do and that they're going to be a partner. A lot of people don't know that. Any shilas that come up, I don't paskin, even though I have smicha for this area, for many big gedolim. I don't rely on myself. We go ahead always and have constantly conferences with the parents, me, and the das Torah. And in addition to do everything right, I don't think anybody else speaks about das Torah or works on das Torah or works with das Torah as much as I do. But in addition to that, we also, practically speaking, are very, very successful with hundreds and hundreds of kids who we're saving. And I help them for free. But then I realized they need money. So I decided to go out of my comfort zone, to become a schnorrer, to start asking people for money. I never thought that that would be part of my life. So it's enough, dayenu, that I could help people for free. I didn't think I would have to go ahead and put myself out there and start being, somebody that maybe people are going to start avoiding, a nudge that has another wonderful, important svek. But bottom line is, we can't bury kids, and we have to help parents get their kids back, and it works. So we're running basically a hospital. This is the only hospital in the world that deals with the cases where everybody gets up and gives up. Kids who are completely gone. If I would share, I started deciding I put together a list of the calls that I get and the emails that I get, just to read to you what my typical day, week sounds like. And honestly, you're not going to be able to take it. It's devastating. The calls that I get are just devastating. Parents who are calling out, we have nowhere to turn. So every kind of tragedy that you can imagine ends up here. I don't deal with everything, but from what I do take on, we're doing really well in saving lives. Bli Ayin Hara, Hashem should continue to help. We never had a suicide. In a time where parents are burying their kids due to suicides and overdoses almost every day, we're doing really well. And I always speak about it openly. Yes, we lost 4 kids to accidental overdose. Hashem Yirachim, the biggest pain in the world for the parents and for me. It's horrible. And I hate to call it a statistic, but it's less than 0.25%. So when you're dealing with pikuach nefesh, and everybody's coming with pikuach nefesh, that's considered extremely successful. Without boot camps, without rehabs, you know how much Klal Yisrael is saving? That all these people don't have to go collect $100 or $150 or $200,000 to send their kids to psych wards and to boot camps. We're saving Klal Yisrael money, and we're being successful. Almost every single one of our kids are living at home I'm not talking about in the first few months. I'm not talking about before they come. Look at everybody after a year. Probably 99% kids are living at home. We de-escalate the situation without showroom, no Hatzalah, without psych wards, as you're going to hear testimonies. It's really miraculous. And I'm a one-man job, a one-man. From the first phone call, I have nobody working for me. From the first phone call, the parents reach out to me. I decide if I'm going to be able to help them. If I am, I meet with them. I do a training for them, and they're all in constant contact for me from all over the world. We have groups 3 times a week, Zoom group and in-person groups, and I have chats with both parents. We're constantly communicating, so whoever's in my group is really being helped. But we need money. They need money. People need money. Even people who have money need money to save their families. So you know what I do, and you know that I help for free. You know that everything I do is under my own Das Torah, but in addition, every family has their own Das Torah to paskin every shaila that comes up, and I never got a no, because I know the sugya, and I have my Das Torah behind me, and we need your help. So I already collected $150,000 towards the matching funds. Last year, I collected $750,000 of matchers, and Klal Yisrael, through ambassadors, raised $750,000. We raised $1.5 million. And we used it. Mamish have 100,000 left, which by the time we start the next campaign in the 9 days, that's going to be used. But I was only able to help so little of the expenses. It's only used specifically for certain things, but there's so much more that they need. And I realize there's a lot of parents that I try to give 50%. They're not asking because they don't have the other 50%. So we're not talking about a situation where this is extra. This is not an extra. This is not a beautiful, which everything is important, but this is literally life-saving. A hospital for kids who are dying and parents who are dying, and we're successful, and we should be funded by Klal Yisrael. And my dream is that every parent who comes here, they should get a TP credit card. Go save your kid. But imagine how beautiful of a tzedakah. I'm the one who knows their problem. I'm the one who authorizes how the money is spent. I'm the one who collects the money and chips in for it as well. And I'm the one who gives them the money. And I'm the one who's seeing how we're doing and what we need to do. So everybody who's helping out, I'm your representative to take your tzedakah money and make sure it goes to the right people in the right way to help them save their kids. And we're being successful. So I can't imagine any greater tzedakah in the world. Everybody knows all the zchusim of saving a life. Either you're doing the work or you support the work. By helping me help parents, you have lives that you're saving. So here's the story. We're living in a time where huge campaigns can make money, and it's all built on grassroots relationships. TP is a grassroots relationship. It's one family that I helped at a time, people who know the family, people who are getting my YouTubes and podcasts and have a karas hatov. It's really grassroots. It's every day, several people saying, Avi, can you add me to your WhatsApp? It's people subscribing to the YouTubes and getting everyday chizuk. It's people in Israel. I didn't put them on the Zoom because they don't speak English necessarily. So there's a few thousand people in Israel because I'm putting subtitles, which is a lot of work, on the videos to reach out to them. And it's a grassroots organization. And we're living in a time where that's the way you make money. Every single person, any age, there are 12-year-olds, there are 14-year-olds that are calling me up and they're making $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 by having a page and calling their families and making money. There is nobody that cannot raise $1,000. Last year, we had a couple that signed up to be an ambassador, and they put a goal of $1,000. And they did what they need to do, which is so simple. It's putting it on your status. It's making a list of phone calls. It's being a little bit of a nudge because you care, and saying, you don't have to say, if you're a TP parent, you're not saying I am being helped if you don't want to. You could just say, this is an organization that I know does great work and it means a lot to me. Could you please donate? I get that every day. And I try to donate every day as much as I can. And when a person does that, people respond. There is going to be material sent to you. We're going to have a group, a WhatsApp group, so people can get, if they have any questions, we have a wonderful group that we're working with, and you'll be able to get answered, and we're going to help you. But every person can be an ambassador to help save a soul. And that's what I'm asking you to do. To be an ambassador, think about if you could decide that, Avi, I'll be ambassador for my shul, I'll be an ambassador for my bungalow colony or summer home, and that you'll make it your mission. You'll ask the gabbai, the actual campaign is in the 9 days, because this is the churban, the greatest churban of our dar. So it's a 9-day campaign. Starts in Rosh Chodesh Av, it ends Tisha B'Av, actually the day after. We're all going to get together. Please come for some place, I'm not sure where, but with a lot of food, and we're going to finalize it, and we hope we're going to hit our goal. But I need your help. I can't do it by myself. And you could help. There's nobody who can't help. If you're a matcher and you're on this call, thank you so much. Please consider that I invite you, matchers are invited to come in and sit in a group and or on a Zoom. You'll see what's happening here. And we're literally saving lives with Hashem's help. And please do more. And please, even if you're a matcher, consider also being an ambassador, opening a page saying, I gave this amount of money, please help me. You'll have friends and family that will go ahead, and you could raise easy an additional $25,000, additional $50,000 from your chevra, from your people. I know it's not easy. There's a campaign every single day, but campaigns do well every single day. Last year, we made $1.5 million, 750,000 from matchers, and 750,000 from people like you that became ambassadors, that made the phone calls. It's a little uncomfortable. They put out their WhatsApps. They sent out emails. They did their job. 6,000 people responded, and we hit our goal. It's not our goal for the total. It was just what we thought we can get. We need more, and we could do more. If you could speak in your shul, if you can get a list of your shul, if you could speak in your bungalow colony one Shabbos during the summer, or make a kiddush and invite everybody, or do a barbecue and say, everybody, here's a piece of paper. I'm going to be asking you to donate to this. This means a lot to me. That's all you're saying. This means a lot to me. You could be in a place everyone can give money. You never know. So this couple that put themselves down for $1,000, they raised $23,000. They're not big gevirim. They're not whatever. They're nice, regular people. And it turns out people like this. People want to help. People want to help the parents in pain. People want to help know that they're saving a soul. It's the biggest zchus for yourself, mida keneged mida, that you should have nachas from your children. It's the mitzvah of hashavas haveda to Hashem, spiritual, right? It's a mitzvah of saving lives, kol makayim nefesh achas b'Yisrael. It's like, it's every mitzvah. It ends up being achnasas kala. We have 200 kids who are shemet Torah mitzvahs. We have people coming back every day. We have kids getting off drugs every single day. We have kids who were suicidal or no longer suicidal. Kids who had mental illness diagnosis that was wrong. They were on pills. You'll hear about these testimonies soon. And you're part of that. You're part of making people feel better, part of getting parents to sleep at night because their kids are home safe, and bringing their kids. Nobody cannot raise at least $1,000 or $2,000. That's the way it is today. If you care, please just care and say, I'm going to be a part of this. It's kulay l'shem shemayim. There's probably no other organization in the world of this size that has no employees. I'm the only one, and I don't get paid, and I'm donating to the campaign. And I'm here to take our money and make sure that we get the best bang for the buck. So I'm asking you to, first of all, please think to yourself, are there 5 people that you can ask to be an ambassador with you? Because every ambassador is much more than a donor, is able to raise $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. So think, are there 5 people that you feel comfortable to say, I care about this. I know what this guy is doing. I know what's happening here. Or if you know parents that have been helped, or if you see what's happening, it's not a penny goes to me. So it's a beautiful tzvek. Are there 5 people that you can say, could you do me a favor and join me? I'm going to be an ambassador. Could you be an ambassador as well? That's number 1. Number 2, consider if you could be an ambassador for your bungalow colony or your shul, because this is going to be in the 9 days. So it's really a time when everybody's together. And we'll give you material. You'll make a 5-minute speech in shul. If the shul doesn't let, You'll make a 5-minute speech by a kiddush, or you'll make a little kiddush for it, do something for it, and then you'll be the one to make sure, because when you're in a bungalow colony and you are part of a campaign, everybody's going to give you something. Everybody's going to give you something. And that's what we need. We just need everybody to try. You'll ask your friends and your family. Yes, it is a little bit uncomfortable, but you could save lives by being a little bit uncomfortable. I am really going out on a limb this is extremely uncomfortable for me to ask friends and family and friends, could you help? Could you help? Could you give? Could you be a matcher? And to help the matchers. And it's a zchus, but it's uncomfortable. And I'm not the type. And everybody that I ask ends up asking me back, yes, I know all the reasons why it's hard to do, but can we rise above that and make this a huge, huge success? So please think, are there 5 ambassadors that can also help? And then what we're going to do now is I'm going to click on here. I'm going to put on here the link where you click to become an ambassador. It takes 1 minute. You fill out your information, your email address, your phone number, boom, you're an ambassador. It asks also to upload a picture. I would recommend, if you don't mind, uploading a picture. It makes it much more personal. If you don't want to put a picture, take 1 minute to think of a meme. You can write up, by the way, you can make a meme. You can go the way I do it. You go to your email, write something up, make it big, right? Let's help Avi. Let's help TP. I need your help. Be a part of it. You could do either you can do a search for those words on Google and you'll see something. Be a part of it. Screenshot it. Make that your face if you don't want your face, right? Or you type something up, or you ask any kid under 10 how to make a nice little meme, and they will help you do it. But put something, not just put a face, right? After you get the face, sign up, put a minimum. And what some people do is, it's not a pressure at all. If you don't hit your minimum, it's fine. But what some people do is they say to themselves, whatever I don't collect, I'll go ahead and I'll be mashlim. I did that for an organization. I pledged $10,000, and I figured whatever I don't raise, I'll end up giving. So if I get 9,000, I'll give 1,000. If I get 4,000, I'll give 6,000. So it worked out very well. I made $15,000. So I took the extra 5,000 as profit. I'm just kidding. The point is, be a part of it. Give yourself a goal. If you don't hit the goal, you don't hit the goal, or maybe you'll be mashlim and you'll add it on yourself. The parents of TP will thank you. You're saving their lives. So you're going to click to be an ambassador. I'm going to put it on here on the chat. If you don't get it, just send me. You all know how to reach me. 718-902-6666. You could always Google my number, and you can ask me, what's the link to become an ambassador? The second thing is, we're going to have an ambassador chat. I'm going to put a link on how to be on the ambassador chat. Now, you can always mute a chat so it doesn't bother you. But over there on that chat, you're going to see, first of all, if you have questions, it's going to tell you people who you can contact directly, part of the fund, to help you with your technical stuff. So you're going to be able to ask questions. Also, as we start cooking, we're going to put messages to remind you what you could send out, ideas of what you could post. We're going to be putting little videos for you to post on your status. We're going to be putting pictures for you to post on your status and to your friends. And we're going to walk you through it. It's honestly not that much work to be a part of saving a life. I want to thank you in advance. Please make it your business to be a part of this. Hashem is keeping track. You've become a little investor, and hopefully a big investor, in helping save lives. If everybody here can get 5 ambassadors, and everybody together can raise a few $1,000s as an ambassador, plus with the help of Baruch Hashem, the incredible matchers, and also the matchers could also be ambassadors, we have a chance of really, really raising a lot of money. And I will dedicate myself, with Hashem's help, to give the advice to the parents that they need, and to, with wisdom, use the money to give it to the parents who need it, to help save the lives of their children. And that should be the zchus for you and your family to be saved in all ways for Yeshuas and Refuas. And that's what Klal Yisrael is all about. I'm going to ask some people, I asked them to raise their hand. They're going to give some testimonies. It's going to be very short, what they came here with, where they are now, what was saved, what the situation was saved. It's going to be like a 2-3 minute testimonies, not a lot of time. And while I do that, I'm going to figure out how to post on this thing over here, the actual links. Please help, and Hashem should help us all be successful. I want to thank everybody that we should have Siyata D'Shmaya. You should be a part of it. Please be a part of it. And everybody become an ambassador. And I'll send out the links. And if you don't get it, please send me the notification. Hashem should help. You should all have tremendous Yiddish Nachas from all of your children. And we should all share in Simchas, B'suras Tovis. And thank you very much for joining. All the best.